Good afternoon. Today I'm going to be doing a video with my son Leland, and we are going to be showing you how to make easy homemade cinnamon rolls. Who doesn't love cinnamon rolls, right? Okay, so we are going to start with, to mix up the dough, we already have measured out 1 3/4 cup of flour. And we're going to go and dump that into our bowl. And next we will be pouring in the yeast, which is 4 1/2 teaspoons. We have our salt, which is 1 teaspoon. We're going to go ahead and put in there. And now we are going to set that aside. So we are going to turn in on our stove here to, let's see, medium low is what you want it set at. And we're going to pour in 3/4 cup of milk, which we already have measured out. So go ahead and dump that in. And now we are going to put in our 1/2 cup of water. That's very full here. Okay, now we've already pre-melted a 1/2 cup of butter that we're going to go ahead and pour in here. Just like that. Voila. Yep. And we have a 1/2 cup of sugar. Now in this step you're going to want to constantly be stirring because you don't want it to burn. You don't want it to get stuck to the bottom of your pan. And you want to just melt all of this and get the sugars dissolved. Okay, so we're going to stir, stir, stir. Okay. And what you're waiting for is you want the liquid to reach to between 120 and 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So, do you want to, we have a digital thermometer here, kind of set in there. I don't think it's there yet. Okay, so we're going to keep stirring. All right, welcome back. It's been a few minutes. We are going to quickly check the temperature here. Let's see what we're at. We should be just about there. All right, it looks like we're about 125, which is perfect. We're going to go ahead and turn that off. And now I'm going to add this into here. And then Leland here is going to go ahead and add in the egg. And then you're going to add in a 1/2 cup more of flour. So we're going to start mixing this while he is adding in another 1/2 cup of flour. And you want to beat this for 2 minutes and then gradually just add more and more flour. It'll probably be anywhere between 1 cup to 2 cups. Was that 1?
Yep.
Okay, that's all we need right now. We're going to mix this. And this recipe, you can actually make the dough, you'll make the filling, cut them, you can lay them out on a cookie sheet and either put them in your fridge. Say, you know, you want to cook them or have them ready, like for Christmas morning, go ahead, put them in your fridge, wake up Christmas morning, pop them in the oven. Super easy. You can even freeze them for a couple days and take them out and bake them from frozen. So it's really a versatile, easy recipe. Okay, we're going to add another 1/2 cup right there. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to form a soft dough. I'm going to make sure you get all of the flour off of the sides here. Talk about an arm workout. Yeah. Okay. And these are going to make 12 cinnamon rolls. Yep. Go ahead and add another 1/2 cup there. All right. So I'm going to gonna go ahead and continue to mix this for a few more minutes, see if we need to add any more flour, and I will come back. Welcome back. We got the added flour in. I think we added an extra cup and a half. And as you can see, we got this nice soft dough. So we are actually going to, I think we kneaded it probably anywhere between 5 and 8 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and put it back in the bowl, and you wanna let it rise for about 20 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and let it rise, and then we will be back in 20 minutes, and we're gonna add the filling, then we'll bake it, then we get the icing. So we got a few more steps to go before these delicious cinnamon rolls are done.
Yay!
Okay, so we have the dough that has risen for about a half an hour now. And we're going to put it out here. And what you want to do is roll it out into a rectangle shape, 1/4 inch thick. So we're going to go ahead and start doing that. I've already gone ahead and melted the 3 tablespoons of butter.
How much?
Once it's all rolled out,
Quart or whatever.
I'll show you. Just keep rolling. You want it into a rectangle shape. 3 tablespoons of butter, melted butter, you're going to put over the dough. And for the filling, we doubled our filling, so we made sure that we had enough. We have 1 cup of brown sugar and 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. So while he is rolling that out, I'm going to go ahead and combine the brown sugar and the cinnamon into a larger bowl so I can mix. Get that out of your way here, bud. Okay, so we have those. Grab a spoon.
How
over
much
here.
is a or not a quart or whatever?
Yeah, you're almost there. We want a little bit more of a rectangle shape though.
It's falling off.
So,
I got your scotch.
okay. Alright, so mix up your cinnamon and your brown sugar. And when he is done, we will place the melted butter on there. And then you put your filling on top. And then you're going to roll it like you're making a jelly roll, and you want it to be tight.
What's it done?
So, let's get some of these clumps from the brown sugar out. We're almost done here. And you want to go to about 1/2 inch on the edge,
But you said
or
1/4
the
inch.
cinnamon. That's how thick it's going to be. It's 1/4 inch. So that looks pretty good there. All right. So here, I'm going to hand you the.
Dump it on here.
You get your spoon and just go like this. And then you're going to kind of want to. Don't put too much because you don't want it too wet, but spread that around, and then I will come back behind and put the cinnamon and the brown sugar. Okay, so we've got our dough rolled out, we've got our melted butter spread on there, and we have our mixture of brown sugar and cinnamon. So what you want to do is kind of just sprinkle it over. Remember to leave it about 1/2 inch from the side. Make sure you cover it all up. No, you don't want to roll it. You don't want to rub it around with your hands because then it'll mess up the dough. Just make sure you get a good even coating here. That's why I doubled the filling, because I wanted to make sure that I had enough. Better to have too much than too little and have to go back and add more. So we're just about done with this, and then we're going to tightly roll it, cut it, and then we will put it on our greased baking sheet. I've already got the oven preheated to 375.
Why do you need it 1/2 inch off?
That's what the recipe calls for. So, looks like we have a little bit left over. I'm not going to go ahead and put too much on there. So, okay, now I'm going to actually roll it towards me. Will be easier. So, we want to pinch the top. We're going to, I think this might actually give us more than 12. Let's see. So we are going to go ahead and cut these for later. That one's a little loose, so I'll just go ahead and slide this. Okay, so 1.
Those are skinny.
That's not covered. There we go. See if you can see. Then we've got the nice roll to it. We'll put it on our baking sheet here. Yeah, leave that to me, buddy.
Oh man.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get these cut. Put them on the pan, and then we will get ready to put them in the oven. Okay, so we got those all cut up. I actually ended up with 16, but I'm not gonna complain. More the better. So my oven is preheated to 375. You want those to bake for 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna put my timer on for 18 and I will check them then. Come back, we'll mix up the icing, cover them, and we'll try them. All right, our timer has gone off. Let's see what these look like. Perfect. Lightly golden brown on top. I would say those look pretty darn good. So you're going to pull those out and you let them cool just slightly, and then you want to top them with your icing. So while those are cooling, I'm going to go ahead and make the icing to go over the top. 1.5 cups powdered sugar, and then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter and 1/8 teaspoon, usually just measured in my lid, of vanilla. Put that in there. And then you want 2 or 3 teaspoons of hot water. I'm gonna go ahead and try 3 and see how that works out. Okay, mix that up a little bit with a fork here. So you can see it's starting to turn into a glaze. Now that's looks a little too thick. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add probably 2 more teaspoons of hot water, make it a little more runny so I can just drizzle it over the top of those. Now, who wouldn't want to wake up to those on Christmas morning? Or any day for that fact. That looks delicious. Alright, so it looks like the powdered sugar is almost all mixed in here. But I'm still thinking I want my icing to be a little bit runnier than that. So I'm going to go ahead and add in another teaspoon. And you might like your icing, you know, a little on the thick side, so add as much water or less water as you see fit for your liking of icing. Alright, get that all mixed in here. I might actually have to go back and double my recipe of icing because I don't think this is going to be enough, because I ended up with more than 12 cinnamon rolls total. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put some of this on our cinnamon rolls, and that is about perfect consistency for how I like it. Get a tall glass of milk and try some of these things out. These look really good. Nothing to it. So like I said before, if you'd rather save these at the point where you mixed up the dough, had them all cut and put on a pan, you could either put them in your refrigerator for cooking in the morning, or you could stick them in your freezer to pull out a later date and cook them. So that is the easy homemade cinnamon roll recipe. I will type up and put it on my page. I'll see you later.